when you see a society that is as successful as the ISCCM has been in the last 3 decades, you would make a presumption that all of this is because of its rigid structural system and hierarchical management. But I don't see much of that as my association with the ISCCM. In its early years, it was literally an informal association of friends who wanted to see the development of this specialty in the country. And as a consequence, I can give you one very interesting episode of how I joined the society. I came back in 1991 as a board certified intensivist from the US. And practicing in Chennai at that time, I was working in a vacuum. And in about 3 years later, when I heard of the formation of the ISCCM in Bombay, I just literally called them up and said, "Hey, I'm a intensivist practicing independently. Am I, appropriate for membership to your society?" Not only did they give me a membership, but they also inducted me onto the executive committee. Quite honestly, people who stand for the positions on the executive committee today must be envious of that kind of loose structure that they had. But they were very clear was the fact that I was a certified intensivist and I was trying to help them to bring in a new specialty, which was their primary dream. And so they were very inclusive. And that is my lasting impression of the ISCCM. It is a very inclusive kind of society, even though it has grown dramatically in the recent past. I think it continues to remain that association of friends rather than a formally structured professional organization alone. Along these lines, I still remember even this extended for a very long period of time. We have formulated guidelines at wedding receptions, which is something that I think ISCCM is clearly unique in terms of what it is. We actually, quite honestly, we were at Shirish Prayag's daughter's wedding when we wrote a set of guidelines. I don't think there are too many other societies that would have that kind of relationship. I see as the society is continuing to grow right now, I think if we continue to maintain that kind of friendliness with each other and the fact that we want to see the growth of a specialty that is of significant value to us, I think the ISCCM should continue to maintain these kinds of relationships. To me, that is probably the most interesting feature of the ISCCM. I wish it continues to sustain that and will continue to grow in the same way that it has.